might even be
so
freakishly
low,
lower this week.
It is.
So we'll get to this question before we start the last one here. Bengals, Panthers. Trade James Conner, Freiermuth for McBride.
It's tough.
I don't know if I really want
tough.
to do that.
I don't think
really
so.
like Connor.
I really
Connor,
like James Conner.
That's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I think Connor's impact. As much as I like McBride, like, I want the difference-making running back over the difference-making tight end. That's kind of how I view the two. So, if you have enough depth, but you have like Walker, Jonathan Taylor, like you can make this move. It's fine. It really benefits you because your tight end is Hunter Henry. So, actually, looking at your roster, like I'm fine with that deal. I don't mind.
Yeah, maybe you can if you look at the roster.
Yeah, it makes more sense for the roster. Just the roster build.
If you're a good team, yes. If you need a W this week, I probably don't do this.
Yeah, you could probably wait, but like you're doing the Hunter Henry experience again, and that's not fun at tight end.
True.
All right, final NFC home game: Bengals at Panthers. 14th best matchup for Andy Dalton, because we're gonna somehow do this again. Anyways.
Here we are.
8th best matchup for Joe Burrow, and the fact that I have to check who's higher in my rankings is truly horrifying. I'm sure it's Burrow. It is. He's at 6, but I have Andy Dalton as a top 20 quarterback 19, because of course it's 2024. Why the fuck not?
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Living the good life, man. Yeah, we ride the red rifle. Let's go. Yeah, Burrow should dominate. Like, you can see the projection difference. Like, yeah, it's definitely Burrow. Like, he's going to absolutely destroy this defense. Dalton should give you borderline good production in this game. So, yeah, fire him. If you need a streamer this week, you can stream Andy Dalton.
Yep. And I will do Burrow over Dalton as well. But Andy Dalton, and Dalton, whatever. That guy, he was throwing, like, he looked so good. He's not going to look that good again. But this Cincinnati secondary should be better than they've been. They're like middle of the road in fantasy points allowed, and they do not look good. Cam Taylor-Britt keeps getting beaten. That shouldn't be happening. So, it is what it is. You can play them both.
It's 2024, and we're talking about starting Andy Dalton. What I need is a red rifle to put in my mouth. Running backs, 5th best matchup for Zach Moss. Then we've got Chuba Hubbard gets the 16th best matchup. I think they're both going to be on the 2-3 border for me. Chubbard is 20. Moss is 18. So they're 18 and 20. So mid-range RB2s for me. I don't really want anyone else here. Chase Brown, no thank you. Miles Sanders, no thank you. What do you guys have?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Like, they're back in RB2s. I think Moss has more upside just based on my offense this week, so I'm going to have him a few spots above Hubbard. I think he's a running back like 18. Hubbard's a running back like 23. But I like both these guys, and you can fire them up, so I'm fine with it.
Yeah, Zach Moss is my RB15 this week. Looked really good last week. Finished as the RB9 and half PPR, and now he faces Carolina. So, yeah, fire him up. They trust him. They're giving him all the work. Chase Brown more involved last week, so I don't mind him as a flex. But, yeah, it's Moss, Hubbard, Brown.
All right, the receivers, 14th best matchup for the Bengals, 25th best matchup for the Panthers, and Deontay Johnson has resurrected, and the FFU is back to full chub once again. My highest in this matchup, I have Chase as 4. I have Deontay at 22, and then Higgins, I don't know because I don't know if he's healthy. I don't have him in my rankings. I don't think I have anyone else in here. Leggett, Yoshivas. I know Yoshivas was playable last week, but I think it was like 2 catches and 1 touchdown. So we have a 1.
Red zone
what?
monster. Red zone monster. Andre Yoshivas.
What do you guys have here for the receivers?
Yeah, Higgins got shut down. So last week was kind of a rough go for him. I have him and Deontay back-to-back, wide receiver 24, wide receiver 25. Jamar Chase is wide receiver 7 for me. I'm fine with all 3 of those guys.
Yeah. Jesse, I am disappointed in your Deontay Johnson ranking this week. I'll get to him in a second. We'll go from bottom down. T. Higgins, wide receiver 24. He'll get a little bit of volume, especially against this defense. My wide receiver 15 this week is Deontay Johnson. Let's go. It's time. It was time last week. It's time again. This is the season of Deontay Johnson. I don't think that slows down. And Adam Thielen is probably out for the season with a horrific hamstring pull, tear, whatever happened there. So Deontay is the only guy here. Him and Hubbard, or like you mentioned, Brooks, are the guys that you want going forward in this offense. Jamar Chase, my wide receiver 1 again this week. Had him wide receiver 1 last week. Juwan Jennings, performed some sort of mystical spell on the NFL, and Chase was the wide receiver 2 last week. But I think he dominates once again.
Yeah, I'd say just keep an eye on Leggett without Thielen, how his role is going to grow. Because like it should. He's a rookie wide receiver, right? And there's no other competition. So I want to see how that works out for him. He could be somebody we play down the road.
And on that note, let's close it out with the tight ends. Third best matchup for Mike Gesicki. 25th best matchup for Tommy Tremble. I think I have Gesicki as low. Where the hell is Gesicki? Oh, never mind. I have Gesicki as tight end 9, which tells you how bad tight end is. Sure. I'm not even scrolling down to Tommy Tremble. I don't care. What do you guys have?
Yeah, he had the same amount of receptions as Eric All that we were just talking about last game. So his usage is like they need to combine it into one player. I just think the thing is like All's good and he's going to push him for a while. So yeah, he's like a mid-range RB2 for me. I'm not doing it Panthers tight end. Like just no thank you. Not doing it.
Yeah. There may be someone who becomes necessary there. It might be Tremble, but you just can't trust that on a weekly basis until you see it for a few more weeks in Carolina. Gesicki, unfortunately, is playable. It is what it is.
All right. Well, that is a wrap. I guess check back tomorrow at noon. We will do the AFC home games, which have a Sunday nighter and 2 more Monday nighters. I don't know why we're doing this every week with these 2 Monday nighters, but we'll be back tomorrow at noon to preview them. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you again tomorrow.